Hi everyone, this is Maryann here from Revealing Light Tarot, Astrology and Spirituality. How are you? Wherever you are in the world when you're watching, a huge shout out to you. First of all, thank you. Thank you for all the ways that you support this channel. Okay, it's Monday morning here in Australia. We've got a busy schedule for this morning's reading. Of course, record heat in the Northern Hemisphere. I'm going to start with a couple of very, very to-the-point climate change questions. We'll move on to January the 6th, and I want to know if Smith, the special counsel, has enough evidence to link Trump to an attempted coup, to the insurrection. Is August the month when Georgia Attorney General Fonnie Willis will bring those charges? I've said that there's three. Looks like there's three people she might charge. I think also I did have a very good question around did Trump and Putin have a deal for Trump's second term over giving Russia Ukraine in whatever way that would have panned out. But first, and another one, if we can, will a third-party candidate throw the election to Trump in America? 2024 election. It's not even, it's terrible to contemplate that might be the way that perhaps a third party candidate would operate, but it seems that that's the way it's been done before. But let's first to climate change. Let's start there, and we'll see how much time we've got to get through this and how far we get. So to start with, I'm using the Guardian of the Night Tarot for the climate change read by MJ Cullinane, and then straight Rider-Waite in the second half of the reading. Okay, let's get started. So this climate change, this sweltering heat, then followed by flooding in other parts of the country. Australia, 3 to 4 years of absolute terrible flooding, record levels, unprecedented flooding last year. Bushfires a couple of years ago in Australia, who will ever forget that? Canada bushfires at the moment. Again, unprecedented heat waves all across America, Canada and the northern parts of the Northern Hemisphere. This climate change, this shift in climate, the skeptics will say, well, it's got nothing to do with us. It's just the natural rhythms, cycles of the earth as the earth seeks to balance itself. Some of that is true. Balance itself was what I got when I started this reading. And balance herself, the earth will do, regardless of whatever we do. Because nature is a force far more powerful than anything we've got to throw at it. Did we cause this climate change through fossil fuels, affecting the ozone layer, and whatever other activities we've had, factories, our footprint on this earth? Did we, human beings, cause this current acceleration of climate change? Did human beings cause this current acceleration of climate change? So we have the 9 of Cups. So this is like wish fulfillment and miracles. It's the lyrebird. Well, actually, there's 2 cards there. Let's start. The Lovers. Okay, so what I'm getting here with the lyrebird, the 9 of Cups, wish fulfillment, the Lovers and the wish fulfillment. Our lifestyles, it's like the peacock will, look at me, is a thing of beauty. And the many eyes here in the Lovers, our lifestyles. We got what we wished in many ways, didn't we? What we loved, we got. Let's keep going. We did, in other words, what we want. A lot here. The Knight of Cups comes in. This is like it's like the Knight of Cups is very, very quick. It's like the energy that you would get where a Lothario comes through very, very quickly. sweeps you off your feet and then leaves the next morning. The energy I'm picking up here is we had no thought for tomorrow. We had no thought for tomorrow. We gratified ourselves. We did not think for tomorrow. But let's keep going. The King of Pentacles, of course, is money, business, big business. It's earth energy as well. So in one way, starting out with our security, I don't want this to go into a historical read, but starting out with literally the wheel, I'm just getting that here, and the sort of like the sacredness of progress to help humanity develop and grow somehow took a wrong turn towards that. I don't want to use a biblical reference, but I'm just getting that. Some of you will understand the mythology around the Garden of Eden and the and everything that went with that. That's the kind of thing that I'm picking up here. We just did not think for tomorrow. Now the Ace of Pentacles in the sky, again, it's time for a new start, and one that has at its core wisdom. I'm getting very drawn to that owl. Wisdom at its core, and beauty here as well. Earth energy, new starts, new ways of doing things, and the Four of Wands to protect our home. And that's the moon there, the Four of Wands, the what we call magpies here in Australia, and they're singing a happy song. So new ways are being demanded, and we're finding new ways to protect our home, to move through to alternative forms of energy. I like to challenge the skeptics who say, oh, look, it's unreliable, renewables are unreliable. Well, the big Lone Star state in Texas in the USA is relying on renewables for the reliability of its grid because its current fossil-fueled ways of generating electricity is unreliable, particularly in these huge heat waves. So the solar energy that they've invested in is now propping up their grid. It's ironical, isn't it? New ways of doing things. Okay, let's look at what's happening now. The King of Cups. Again, this is emotional wisdom, and we get the orca whale here. The orca can just as easily be a killer as a friend. And, of course, the King of Cups, we get the rising of the seas. And we get the Chariot, of course, in the energy or the environment around us in relation to this question. And there's definitely something around here about the rising of sea levels and the melting of polar caps. It's just going very, very quickly. So we're getting an imbalance. The Four of Pentacles in the hopes and fears. Someone asked me in a question the other day, are we going to have to go into bunkers soon? And I'm thinking, well, no, not quite that drastic. But yet some people are what we would call hunkering down inside, staying out of the heat. And some people are also preparing in some way because they're fearful of this climate change for a life where we may need to go underground or inside in some ways during these extreme heat waves. That wasn't the question. Did we cause it? The Hanged Man. Okay, sacrifice, pausing, and upending, looking at something a different way. Everything has stopped. There's a period of stillness here. And we get the Nine of Wands, guardrails. Okay. So in a way, Earth energy is asking us to do things differently right now, to do things with wisdom. Things are out of balance. We've sacrificed something here through a lack of guardrails, through the ability just to say no. And that's what that whole Knight of Cups gratification energy is all about. We just didn't have the guardrails. We didn't say no. And the Queen of Cups, here's the orca diving underneath the water, to get that cup. What's the Queen of Cups getting or retrieving is that cup. Queen of Cups is about self-care, care for others, care for our earth. It seems to me that we're being encouraged to look at things in a different way. Did we cause it? The Two of Cups move back into a more of a sacred contract with our home. And what is our home? Our home is the earth. So did we cause it in earth wisdom? In the wisdom of the energy that's all around us, it's saying to us through this reading that I'm interpreting that it's time to cease those activities that are causing this imbalance, to look at things another way, to put the guardrails up. And that's exactly what we're doing, to approach things and not with instant gratification and greed, but with wisdom. New starts which are propelled by wisdom. And we get the Two of Cups and the Queen of Cups, a sacred covenant to care for all things around us, for the home in which we live. Because we've lost, and this is what 3 cups have been lost, but 1 cup is remaining. The whale is diving for that cup. What is the whale doing if it's not finding that cup of care? Care for the earth, care for our environment, care for the home we live in, and making those contracts and commitments to do just that. Absolutely, we did do this, but we're being given a chance. Now, whether or not that's too late, I don't know, because we've got the 10 of Swords, which is a fairly brutal ending, which is what we get with earthquakes, floods, heat waves. They kill people. They not only kill humans, they kill animals as well. Manifestation and the Emperor. Again, as I said, the earth will always have the last say. We are not greater than Mother Earth. We are simply part of a ecosystem in the physical and, of course, in the higher energies as well. We are part of a living being, and if we don't live with care for ourselves, meaning where we live, we protect and care for where we live. We don't do that. We're not caring for ourselves, so we are not separate. Okay, some of you have asked, will it accelerate beyond what we're already experiencing? Will this climate change accelerate beyond what we're already experiencing? Will climate change accelerate beyond what we're already experiencing? These terrible, terrible wildfires is what and loss of human life, areas again, and areas of settlement will burn. Will this accelerate as they have been doing over the last few years? That is going to continue. Will this accelerate any more than what it already has? So we get here the 6 of Wands, which is a victory card. And we get the Ace of Wands, new starts. Okay, so there's passion and motivation here. We get this contracts and commitments. One of the reasons that I am hopeful that things will not accelerate is because of the work that is being done across the globe on those agreements to mitigate climate change. The Ace of Cups in the past, there's that self-care cup, but we can't turn things around overnight because in the sky is the sun. So I'm getting those temperatures. They will continue in the northern and the southern hemisphere. They will potentially continue for the time being, but I ask, will things accelerate? And we get this slow and steady. I'm thinking the Lover's card here, depending on how we change. And here is the 9 of Cups again. There's those signifier cards, depending on how we change. In the hopes and fears, we do get the wisdom of logic. If we keep doing this, the same thing will happen. And we get the High Priestess, secrets, intuition, the subconscious realm, and the Knight of Cups. Yes, I think it will accelerate, but I'm still seeing there will be a point in time. There's an inevitability that it will accelerate. Will be a point in time where we get it. The Three of Swords, unfortunately, it's the heat, the temperatures, the global warming, as they've been telling us. I think I might have even learnt. Where did I learn about global warming? Perhaps at university. It's been a term that's been around for decades and decades and decades and decades. And people have been resisting because of that Knight of Cups energy. I will have. And so then the conspiracy theories start because they don't want to accept responsibility for living and caring for their own homelands. Okay, can we stop it? So yes, it is going to accelerate in the shorter term. Did we cause it? You saw the reading. Can we stop it is the question. Let's just give this another shuffle. Can we stop it? So it would be wise with that Four of Pentacles energy to look at ways to mitigate your home against these temperatures that might go actually higher than what we've seen. Okay. Can we stop it from going too far? Can we stop it from going too far? So we have here the Two of Cups. You saw that keeps coming up. That's that contract, that commitments, the commitment and the justice, the balancing out, the evening out. We will get what we put in. We will get what we deserve. And if we mitigate through these agreements, through this covenant, if you like, this agreement, this sacred agreement, there's those two cups. If we do that, then what has been taken away will be given back again. This is quite serious, but at the bottom of the base of the pack, the energy, not the base of the pack, the foundation of the reading, the bottom line is, like that whale that dove for that cup, there it is at the foundation of the reading. So this is why I feel a little bit optimistic, because we've already, the King of Swords, had plans and strategies to mitigate against climate change. I mean, I just want to pause in the middle of this and say, are we stupid? Are we stupid not to have done that? Not to still be asking the basic questions, did we cause it? Go out for a couple of months and study nature, how nature works. Then come back and ask me, did we cause it? Three of Pentacles working together. This is really hopeful. And the Ten of Swords, the ending of the old cycle. And the Knight of Wands, the plans, the motivation. It's around our passion and our motivation to tackle this together. The Ten of Pentacles. I think even big business is putting money into new technologies to try and mitigate this, because they're not stupid. They understand there comes a point for even them when you can't flog a dead horse, so to speak. The Nine of Cups, wish fulfillment. Then this turns from self-gratification to something else. You see how the wish or the worm turns. And then we have the Five of Cups. The loss will propel us to do something about it. Reviews. You're going to see more government studies, technology, a whole body of focus over the next few years on this, because we have to do this. And we get here the Moon card. Interesting energies. The wolf pouring the water out of the garbage can in the big dirty city. It's going to take a lot of work. Can we stop it? I'm going to say it'll accelerate more, but we can stop it, and we will stop it because we have to. Because we have to. Page of Wands, taking small steps forward. and the Seven of Swords. Watch for the continued deceit and skeptical conspiracy theories that challenge that new start based on wisdom. Okay, that's a little bit of a deep dive on climate change. I'm glad I did it, but it will. I'll have to save some of these other questions for another reading. I don't want to be taking up too much of your time, even though many of you say go on for as long as you want. But I get tired as well. So let's go to, where will we go? We might go to the grand jury in Atlanta, Georgia has convened for Fani Willis, and it's thought that there might be some August charges. As I said in the past reading, 3 people. It seems like 3, possibly. Someone suggest, obviously Trump, Giuliani, and Eastman, perhaps. I don't know. Let's have a look. Will there be an August indictments for Trump and others? Will there be? Would be interesting. I won't shuffle while I'm saying this, but something just came to front of mind. Would Lindsey Graham be charged? I don't know. All right, so because he was also on that call pressuring the, I think it was the Secretary of State, Brad Raffensperger, also. But let's have a look. August charges for Trump and co. Let's just put it like that. Will there be August charges in Atlanta, Georgia? Will there be August charges for Trump in Atlanta, Georgia? Oh, yeah. Okay. How odd. Will there be August charges in Atlanta, Georgia? Sorry, I'll tell you about that in a minute. August charges for Atlanta. In August charges for Trump coming out of Georgia. In August, will there be Trump and co. charged in Georgia by Fani Willis and her team in August? Page of Wands. It looks like, well, a page is a page. Let's keep going. Crossed by the Strength card. So it looks like there's a strong case, and it looks like it will move forward. I'm a bit worried about that page, though. Let's see what else is going on. The World card, ending at the foundation of the reading, endings and beginnings. In the past, we have the 10 of Swords. In a way, I've said to you before that Trump is already he's already gone, even though he looms as a scary kind of threat still. In a way, he's already gone. In the sky, we get the 4 of Cups. So something, all of it is not got 3 cups lost, 1 cup remaining. All of it is not going to come forward. That's the feeling I've got. We've got high anxiety here in the immediate future. I think that's Trump's energy. Something is coming forward, though. Now we have the division. Now, I don't know what's behind the scenes with that grand jury, but I think there's been a lot of obstacles and challenges for Willis. There's something around the 3 cups lost, 2 remaining. There's something around the 3. Now we have in the hopes and fears, we have victory. Now we have plan B, the 7 of Pentacles. Something hasn't gone to plan for Willis. It absolutely hasn't. There have been delays, there have been obstacles and challenges. And they're at a crossroads now in this whole process. But we do get reunions, the 4 of Wands, and we get the quickening here. So loans and debts, who helped who, are very important, because we saw the kind of, what's the word? The nexus of that in Georgia, didn't we? Trump went there first, as well as other states, but Georgia was the highest profile. So what comes next? Yeah, so the 6 of Pentacles, who helped who, and having to defend themselves. Okay, so The Death card. Okay, let's have a look. Let's give this a little shuffle if I can. I want a clarification on that Seven of Pentacles. As I said, all has not gone to plan for in this investigation. There's been a lot of obstacles and challenges. That I'm just getting something around the grand jury. There is, it's like for me, not all charges but some. And that's because the grand jury couldn't agree on unanimously on all charges, but they agree on some. Oh, good gracious. The Seven of Pentacles comes out again. Double validation, what I just said. The Hanged Man, absolutely. It's not been easy. Pausing, suspending things. Let's have a look. Is this a yes? Big decisions now. Is this a yes on some charges? That's the question. Is this a yes? The past, is this a yes on some charges? Okay. So we have the past featuring here. Yes. Yes, it is a yes on some charges in August. The Hierophant and a quickening here, which I think was at the base of the pack in the main deck. Yes, it was. So I'm going to take that as good validation. Not all charges, but some coming forward in August. And this has been a road paved with terrible obstacles for Willis in this whole process. Okay, I'm intrigued on this question. Did Trump and Putin have a deal to give Russia Ukraine? I can't believe I'm even saying that. And that would be Putin annexing the entire country in Trump's supposed second term and Trump allowing him to do it. My God. Okay. Did Trump and Putin have a deal, perhaps in Trump's second term, or even discussed it in his first term, to hand Ukraine over to Russia? Did Trump and Putin have a deal to hand Ukraine over to Russia? Okay, there I see the lion at the gate. Okay, so did Trump and Putin have a deal to hand Ukraine to Russia? Did Trump and Putin have a deal to hand Ukraine to Russia? They would have found some kind of novel way to do it. That's a very strong yes card. New starts, and the Hierophant card, the higher authority. So this would have been a new world order, so to speak. Knight of Wands moving into Ukraine, soldiers, whoever, trying to do it in a peaceful way, taking out the current government, installing another. That's how it would have gone, and America would not have lifted a finger. This is in the past. This is very important. It is a plan in the past. So far, these are all strong yes cards. My God. 9 of Pentacles in the sky. You see what's here. You see what's here. Trump would have had some sort of payoff for doing this. The Page of Pentacles, yeah. And you see, Trump was that page. This is money all over this. The Chariot card, things moving very, very quickly. The environment around the Congress, okay? So they would have had to have had the Congress as well. There was a lot riding on 2020, okay, for Trump. Okay, now the 9 of Wands, guardrails. What's Russia most famous for, if not for its oil and gas? So this climate change. They don't understand how the universe works. So we have the King of Swords, plans, strategies, all yes cards, lots of money, changing hands, the oligarchy, and the greed and the corruption. I'm just going to say, whoever asked that question, the answer is yes, they did. Now, the base of the pack, the universe, restriction, the strength and the end of Trump. And look what happened to Putin. Look what happened. Now, here's our Ace of Pentacles. Here's our Ace of Pentacles. Remember, in that climate change, there's Trump. There's the hidden agenda. Look what happened. They don't understand how this universe works at all, do they? They don't understand how the earth works. They are mere... The lion that I saw is earth, is the universe. They are mere ants on the ground in comparison to the power of the universe. I'm getting chills on that. What a bunch of cards. I think I'm just going to leave it there. Thank you, Spirit, for coming forward so strongly in that reading. Thank you all for being here and listening. And bye for now.